तो इनको मैं सिर्फ 6 महीने हुए थे और एक दिन ऐसे ही उन्होंने कह दिया था कि अगर अगली जंग हुई तो अगला परमवीर चक्र रेसिपिएंट मैं ही बनूंगा। और सिर्फ 6 महीने बाद सच में उन्होंने ये कर लिया था। हालांकि हमारे पास सिर्फ तीन तीन ही टैंक थे और दुश्मन के पास 14 टैंक थे। हमारे 3 टैंक में से भी एक टैंक की बंदूक खराब हो गई थी। वो पीछे हटना चाहते थे बंदूक दुरुस्त करने के लिए, लेकिन उनके कमांडर ने कहा कि आप जहाँ पे हो वहीं पे रहो, आप पीछे मत हटो। ये बात वायरलेस पर अरुण खेत्रपाल ने सुन ली थी। दूसरी दूसरी जो अ, दूसरा दूसरा जो टैंक था उसके ड्राइवर को गोलियां लगी थी। वो भी पूरी तरह से अपने कैपेबिलिटी के साथ काम नहीं कर रहा था। फिर अरुण खेत्रपाल ये सब बातें वायरलेस पर सुन रहे थे। उन्होंने सोच लिया था कि अब जो करना है मुझे ही करना है, मैं ही करूंगा। और उसके हिसाब से उन्होंने अपने आप को उस माहौल में डाल दिया और वो एक के बाद एक दुश्मन के सारे टैंक के ऊपर फायर करने लगे। तो इन 3 टैंकों ने मिलके पहले से 10 टैंक तो पहले से ही उड़ा दिए थे। अब फिर भी 4 टैंक बचे हुए थे और सिर्फ अभी अरुण खेत्रपाल का एक ही टैंक हमारी ओर से काम कर रहा था। वो भी पीछे की साइड से जल रहा था, उसको आग लगी थी। उनका उनका ड्राइवर उनसे बोल रहा था कि सर, हमारे टैंक को आग लगी है, हम पीछे जाते हैं, उसको पहले बुझाते हैं, फिर से अटैक करेंगे। उन्होंने कहा नहीं, जब तक ठीक है। तभी ये स्टेटमेंट आया, नो सर, आई विल नॉट अबंडन माई टैंक, माई गन इज स्टिल वर्किंग एंड आई विल गेट देम। ये जो स्टेटमेंट कहा था तो ये उस वक्त का स्टेटमेंट है। तो बचे कुचे जो 4 टैंक थे वो भी उन्होंने डिस्ट्रॉय कर दिए और इस तरह से पाकिस्तान की पाकिस्तानी आर्मी का जो मुराल था वो पूरी तरह से डाउन कर लिया है। अब इसमें और एक बात थी कि इनके पापा भी मेरे ख्याल से इंडियन इंडियन आर्मी में अफसर ही थे। शायद उस वक्त वो लेफ्टिनेंट कर्नल रहे होंगे। ठीक है। और बचपन से उन्होंने अपने घर में ये सब देखा था। तो उन्होंने भी सोचा था कि मैं भी इंडियन आर्मी का ही पार्ट बनूंगा। और उस तरह से इनकी जो कहानी है, ये कुछ अ, बातें उसमें सामने आती हैं। उसके बाद ब्रिगेडियर होशियार सिंह, जो फिर से उसी लड़ाई में, जो जिसको कहा जाता है बैटल ऑफ बसंतर। तो उनकी जो लीडरशिप, उनका जो डेडिकेशन था, उसको लेकर उन्हें परमवीर चक्र से सम्मानित किया है। नाउ नायब सूबेदार बाना सिंह, अगेन another recipient who was the part of Operation Rajiv in the Siachen sector, Siachen area. Right. So uh, for his bravery, he had been awarded Paramveer Chakra for his at that time वो एक नायब सूबेदार थे, for his excellent leadership, determination and contribution. Later in this row comes Major Ramaswamy Parameswaran, again the undeterred hero from Indian peacekeeping forces, who used to say that though he was critically wounded, he continued to give orders and inspired his command till he breathed his last. So during Operation Pawan of 1987, who had been sacrificed, who had lost his life. Later on, it comes to, at that time, I think he was, in fact, basically he was lieutenant, but as I once said, uh, because of the battle or war, just to uh, increase the moral or to motivate, you can promote the officer. So same thing happened with this one. So Captain Manoj Kumar Pandey, who, who was working with the Gokha Rifles, right, who believed some goals are so worthy, it's glorious even to fail. Right? So again, he says, if death strikes before I prove my blood, I swear I will kill the death. So ये जो एक कॉन्फिडेंस था, अगर मौत भी आती है तो उसको बोल दूंगा रुक ले, क्योंकि मुझे अपने आप को साबित करना है. Then alive hero Yogendra Singh Yadav during LOC or in the Kargil war. उनकी एक कहावत है जो अक्सर कई बार बोलते रहते, जब भी वो इधर इधर उधर कॉलेजेस में किसी फंक्शन में जाते तो ये बात जरूर बोल लेते, जब आंखें खुली तो देखा शरीर पर खून ही खून था. एंड वन मोर हीरो which is alive, Subedar Sanjay Kumar. In fact, he was rifleman Sanjay Kumar. Again, in the same, that is Kargil war. And then you will have the last one in this, that is the Captain Vikram Batra. So about this soldier, very kind words and very motivating words have been there, that he was the soldier who would have been Janar Shah during this Kargil war, and for acquiring a point 4875 before the last point, uh, he had conferred, rather he had declared Mahavir Chakra. Right? So the then General Ved Prakash Malik said that had this kid returned from Kargil, he would be sitting at my post in 15 years. So that's what the motivation you can, the motivating words you can see. So altogether, just to summarize, you do have these many 21 Paramir Chakra awardees, and now you know little bit about each of these. Right? So there are so many things which you can take away by these real heroes. You can learn some of the things by these real heroes. So very first thing, and at least you should learn, that is determination, which is the ultimate thing you can always keep in mind. Apart from that, obviously, you can learn the self-sacrifices, you can learn the companion, right? You can learn the caring to your colleagues, right? So these are the different things. Ultimately, these are the personalities, and no doubt everyone is always working on their personalities to be improved. So this is what you do have as far as the Paramveer Chakra awardees are concerned. Right. Now,
Excuse me, sir.
we'll, yes, another point we considered, which was continents. So we know that the Earth is divided into two halves. One is the largest one that is called around 70% of water, and other is around 30% covered by land. So it is the thing you can divide these two into water and the land and water. Okay, so the big the pieces of the land you can consider as the continents, and the biggest piece of the earth is called the uh, that would be called as the oceans. So there can be four different oceans as Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, and Arctic. And herein you can come across the uh, land is being divided into seven different continents. Further, it is splitting into hemispheres, particularly four hemispheres: northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, western hemisphere, eastern hemisphere. Then two things you may consider for these hemisphere considerations, called equator and the prime meridian. So the horizontal middle line is equator, and the vertical middle line is the prime meridian. So it is understood that large continuous and discrete masses of land are called the continents, which usually separated by expanses. As such, there is no hard criteria to categorize them, and these can be Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia. They are described by tectonic plates, which is nothing but a study of the movement, collision, and division of the continents. So uh, they don't have any special kind of shape, and they are most of some of these are connected, while the others are separated by water bodies or water expanses. The very first one, that is the largest of the world, is Asia, which is most populous, containing 30% of land surface, having 60% of the world's current human population, and which is growing uh, continent of the modern era. It is being largest, right? Around one third of world's total land is being acquired by this one, and it's known for its vast size as well as incomparable characters. So it's a crowded one. Again, in this one, China is the biggest country. Giant pandas, wherein giant pandas live and they eat the bamboos. There is the cool place to visit in. That's the Great Wall of China, which is the largest structure ever built. It is from Japan to Southeast Arabian Peninsula, having a covering distance of 8,500 kilometers. So encompasses entire climate, and expanse. So here you will have forest or the Arctic tundra. The highest point called Mount Everest, and the lowest point you can consider the shore of the Dead Sea, 8,848-meter height of the Mount Everest, and 397 meters height of the sea of the shore of the Dead Sea. Latter one, second most populous, second most largest, which is having around 20.4% of total land area, covering 15% of today's world's or the current world's population, which is surrounded by Mediterranean Sea to the north, both Suez Canal and the Red Sea along the Sinai Peninsula, Indian Ocean to the southeast, Atlantic Ocean to the west. This continent includes Madagascar and various place, which has 54 fully organized states, 9 territories, and some de facto countries. You can have the Sahara as the desert, like world's largest desert, and Nile as the longest river on the earth. It is very hot, and the reason would be that equator runs through it. So lions live there. Most people have dark skin, and here Egyptian pyramids are the another kind of feature. These are the some of the other features apart from Sahara, Namib Desert, Kalahari Desert, Libyan Desert. And keep in mind, each of these desert is having its own, let's say, features. So three regions you can come across: Northern Plateau, Central, Southern Plateau, Eastern Icelands, and wherein you do have the plains, swampy coastal regions, and etc. The mammals which you do find, and as well as the carnivores. Later on, we have gone through North America, which is third largest, uh, which is bordered by the border to the north by Arctic Ocean, to the east by Atlantic Ocean, to the west and south by Pacific Ocean, and to the southeast by South America and the Caribbean Sea. So it covers around 16.5% of the planet's surface, and having a current population of 7.5%. So uh, it is mostly dominated by Canada and United States as well as Mexico, whereas the smaller tests exist here on this continent is the Central American and Caribbean regions. Now you can see that uh, this is cold and north in these two directions. Buffaloes live in this region. People herein have gathered from other continents, and these are the three uh, which are biggest countries in this particular continent. Later on, you can have that it has a irregular coastline with the many prominent offshore islands, right, including Greenland. Then there will be the there had been the wildlife which was abundant, but now as people started inhabiting, it has gone on decreasing. More than 1700 species of birds live there. Then we have gone through the South America, which is located in the Western Hemisphere, mostly the Southern Hemisphere. It is bordered on the west by Pacific Ocean and north and east by Atlantic Ocean. It includes 12 sovereign states. Uh, it has two non-sovereign areas called French and the uh, region of France. So another point here you can consider is the population and its land area or the surface acquired. Uh, this is having less than 12% of world's population. uh, Andes, which is the second largest mountain range in the world, is being seen in this one, and the second largest river called Amazon, which also runs through this particular continent. It's a warm one. The people here mostly speak Spanish. It is the biggest country of this one you may consider is the Brazil, and the Amazon rainforest in this particular. As far as these different animals, so mainly consist of the basin, and here the wet tropical climate you do find. So it has the it's the home of many exotic animals. And I think this was the last one which we have considered. Antarctica is the southernmost continent, containing the geographically the South Pole. So it's uh, it is almost entirely south of the Antarctic Circle, which is being surrounded by Southern Ocean. The fifth largest one, which has no permanent human residence, but the scientists visit there for the purpose of studies. So it is the coldest continent. So no people live in this particular, but the for the purpose of research, the people or the scientists come here from somewhere from 1000 to 500. You will be finding out here. Many kinds of penguins live in this particular region, as it is very coldest one. So only the cold adapted organisms survive here, as like these names. There are certain animals, right, which can be found there. This is ice bounded throughout the year. Then there are, as far as marine life is concerned, it is rich, which includes these different organisms. Right? That is a food source for large number of whales in the surrounding expanses. So it has no trees, and even you can consider the plants and the grass. So very less number of vegetation species are found here. So it's a true desert whose temperature is around minus 50 degrees centigrade, and again low annual rainfall. So these were the things which we have altogether considered in yesterday's two different sessions. Now, if you consider the remaining continent, which is nothing but the Europe, and it is the second last one, or you can consider the second smallest one. So it is world's second smallest continent by the surface area, which covers, you can consider uh, around a around 10 crore square kilometers, right? Or in percentage, you may consider around only 2% of Earth's surface. Just consider 30% by Asia and just 2% by this particular uh, continent. Then you can compare that geographically how these continents are spread over the planet. And its land is about 6.8% of its land area. It has approximately 50 countries and is the third most populous continent after our continent and Africa. So with a population of 733 million, which is around 11% of the world's population. So Europe is bordered by Arctic Ocean to the north, Atlantic Ocean to the west, Mediterranean Sea to the south, and Black Sea and connected waterways to the southeast. So these are the four different uh, borders, or it is bordered by these four different oceans: Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Mediterranean Sea, and then the Black Sea and the waterways. Right? So these are the borders around it. It is also known as Europa, right, which was considered as the daughter of Phoenix in the Greek mythology. So once in a while, this question has been asked, right? Which of the following continents are also which of the following continents is also known as Europa? Right. So obviously, it is Europe. And again, now you know the reason. There are 47 uh, countries, right, in this particular continent. So the people in Europe speak over 50 languages. So you can have different kinds of languages. Right? The weather in this particular continent is cold. in north and it is warm in the south. Right? So you can consider weather conditions at two different places or at two different directions. So what do you see this one? Anybody? What could be this one?
Sir, the mountain range lies between the Asia and Europe.
So this is what the land connection between Asia and Europe. Right. So here you can consider Ural Mountains, right? River, which are the part of the sea and a Caucasus Mountains, which form the main boundary between our uh, continent and Europe, right? And through the point of view of uh, trading or transport, this particular way or this particular region is really important as far as the transport or as far as trading in between these two continents is concerned. So lots of geographers also see these two continents as one, which is called as Eurasia, right? And this particular region is known as Eurasia because Europe and Asia are being connected at this particular point. They are called as Eurasia. Now, this has more or less radial pattern of the drainage, and most streams flow outward from the country in the continent. And now the last one we can consider, which is Australia, which is Australia. So you can see here, right, this would be the part of Australia, but again we can know the country, right, which is also named as Australia, right? Now you can see here you will be find out different uh, places. So here I will take you to Perth. Here you do have Adelaide. Here you do have Melbourne. Right, here you do have Sydney. Here you do have Canberra. Here you do have Brisbane. Right. Now all we all know all these six different uh, places, and one more there you can add that is Hobart, because of or through the point of view of cricket. Fine. Here again, Queensland you may consider. Fine. So this is the smallest continent of the world. Right. Having it has become the smallest continent of the world's 7 continents. So in this continent, Australia is a continent comprising mainland Australia, Tasmania, New Guinea, Seram, Timor, and some islands. This particular continent lies on continental shelf overlain by shallow seas, which divides it into several land masses. So Arafura Sea and the Torres Strait between mainland Australia and New Guyana. So Bass Strait between mainland Australia and Tasmania you can consider. So with a total land area of 85 lakh 60 thousand square kilometers. So you can see how much small it is, right? The Australian continent, which is the smallest, right, and lowest lying human inhabited continent on the earth. The interior of this continents are predominantly the plains. You can see, as far as southeast and the southwest plains are there, which are most densely settled areas of Australia. So Australia is known for vast wildlife and the rare species, and it's known as the land of the kangaroos. That doesn't mean that there are only the kangaroos. No, you can consider which is really known for vast wildlife, right? But the kangaroos are the main. So Aborigines are the original inhabitants of Australia, and the Australians are known to have an the ethnic salt of the origin, right? So these are the people, right, which are considered as the original or the originating people of that particular continent, right? So basically, the people in this continent you can consider. One of the interesting things of Australia you can consider is a Great Barrier Reef. Great Barrier Reef. It's a kind of coastal part you can consider, right? Which is the world's largest coral reef. Right? हे समुद्राचा काय म्हणता येईल, समुद्र किनारा, राईट. आणि त्यामध्ये तुम्हाला हे सगळे यू कॅन सी दीज डिफरंट काइंड्स ऑफ interesting water bodies, right? Lies. It's an Iceland continent. So whatever I was talking about the people, right, wherein the native people are, these are called native people. Then other people in Australia are related to criminals which have been actually sent by the Europe long ago when the East India Company was ruling there. So just to do some sort of work, the criminals which have which jailed have been sent to this particular continent. So koalas and platypuses live in the Australia, and this is the Great Barrier Reef is in the Australia. So the koalas and platypuses. So the animals you can consider apart from the kangaroo, right, which lives in this particular continent. So that's what you do have. Now, just to recap some of the things, right? So very first question, why are no people living in Antarctica? Anybody? Now it's your turn. Now you can.
Sir, Sivan, it's too cold.
It's too cold. Yes. So obviously reason is too cold. Why are there so many different languages spoken in Europe?
B1.
Sorry?
B.
D.
Yes, sir.
People in Europe learn to speak Spanish in school.
No, sir. B. B.
B, sir, B.
There are almost
Okay,
50
okay. I got now. B. There are almost 50 countries and many have their own languages. Everyone speaks English.
Yes, sir.
Right. So why there are so many different countries? So this is the point. And the point is that they are having 50 countries is not a point. Rather, they have many, they have their own languages is the real point you can consider. Because we do also have so many different countries, right? Or if we consider India itself only, then how many languages which are being spoken in our country only, right? So as far as this one, you can consider option B. Which of the animals comes from Australia?
Option A.
Kangaroos.
Kangaroo.
Right.
A.
So you see, now you would be seeing that.
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
Yes, good. So you would be thinking that इतने आसान questions आते हैं क्या? Yes, there are three kinds of questions, right? One day I will tell you about the strategy of NDA written examination, right? So there are three kinds of, or three categories of questions, right? As now I touched it, I will just tell you three highlights of that. So the paper is always being divided into three categories. One is the easy questions, and that easy questions are really of easiest manner, right, or of easiest level. Second level is medium level, and third level is of the toughest level. And really third level is really toughest one. But how many questions of toughest level get asked? So around 8 to 12% questions of the toughest level are being asked. Then how many questions of medium level are being asked? So it ranges from 22 to 30%, right? And remaining around 42% to 60% are the questions which are of easy questions, right? So again, one more thing, the toughest questions itself are not tough, but they are too lengthy, and so many different things are being connected, right, in a, or they are gathered in a single question. And because of that, they are very first, to understand a question, it requires a lot of time, right? And generally we hate to read the bigger questions. Then in between we lose its understanding, right? So that is what you can consider. Why is Africa the hottest continent?
Option C.
Anybody else?
Option C.
Is it right? Everyone else? Yes, it is true, because the equator has passed through this continent. Fine. So that's what you do. Consider some of these things, right, which are really necessary to know about the okay. Let's consider another part remained, which is related to the largest part of the planet, and that is water expanses, which are further being divided into oceans. So now you will have the oceans. So you have seen the pieces of land which are being called continents. So pieces of water, pieces of largest water bodies, you may consider, right, as oceans. Now, very first question that you will have is, what is an ocean? So you can consider an ocean would be a very large area of salt water, and most of the earth is being covered by the oceans. So there are, though recently I said only four, and mainly there are only four oceans you can consider, but for the purpose of understanding, I have considered here one more, and that is what the Antarctic Ocean is. So there are 5 oceans in the world: Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Antarctic Ocean, and Arctic Ocean. Fine. Though you have a feeling that we have learned already these things, but still, just to uh, remember it, and those who haven't paid attention at that time, or those who are not able to say in a stroke the names of continents, names of oceans, they can say again and again, and or they can see these things and remember, right? Ultimately, these are really important as far as your interview preparations are concerned, right? So you would be seeing that, sir, these many easy questions would be asked or not. So my point here is that the questions which are being asked uh, are closely tied with these things, right? So you should not underestimate these things, however small, however easy you feel them. So one by one, we will see as like continents, these oceans. So very first one is Pacific Ocean. So this is the biggest ocean in the world. So you can consider its region you do consider, right? Pacific Ocean. So here, which continent this one? Which continent this one? Right? Which continent this one and which continent this one?
North America, South America, and Australia.
Okay, this is North America, South America.
No, sir. Next one, the right one, the right top one.
This one?
Yes, sir.
North America.
Yes. North America,
South
South America.
America.
This is Australia,
Australia.
and this is
Asia.
Asia.
Asia, right? And
Excuse
in
me,
bit,
sir.
yes, in between this, but still, I'm sure some of the students uh, didn't know this particular part, right? But now you can have an idea about its specific location and its uh, surroundings, right? So you do have a red dotted line circle, right, which is showing you the ocean, and which is the biggest ocean of the world. It reaches from America to Asia and uh, Australia, right? America, both continents, right? Simply called America. Uh, this is surrounded by a line of volcanoes, which is called as Ring of Fire. Right? It is also a home to the Great Barrier Reef. Great Barrier Reef, which is the largest coral reef in the world, and that's what we have considered surrounded or around Australia, right? So at the time of seeing Australia, we considered this particular point. Right? So the meaning of Pacific can be considered as calm, right, or peaceful. Sorry, where it is on. So Pacific means calm or peaceful. It is a largest ocean, right? Uh, having a area of 1662,000 kilometers, square kilometers, area of 1662,000 kilometers of the world. It is the deepest one, having the depth of 4,280 meter, right, of the world. In this, Mariana Trench would be the world's deepest trench, which is having the depth of 11,034 meter. Most of the islands of this particular ocean are volcanic, or you can consider them as of coral origin. So these are the things you can always remember as far as statistics are concerned, which are really necessary. Fine. So that's what we do have. Right. We will continue the remaining things in tomorrow's session. We will stop here. Okay. Anything which you'd like to know or share? Anything? Oh, today you have also some of the messages, but I don't know. For me, this chat was not visible.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, New Zealand comes under which continent?
It is a part of continent of Australia. Right, though it is, it looks say out of it or away, but it is considered as in the Australian continent.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Ayush is asking where is the deepest point of Earth, right? Anybody knows? East Antarctica, Antarctica, under.
Sir, in East Antarctica under Denman Glacier.
Yes, Denman Glacier. Okay, anything else?
And sir, on the Earth, Mariana Trench.
Sorry, on the Earth?
On the Earth, the deepest point is Mariana Trench
Yes.
in the
I think
Pacific
his
Ocean.
question is related to deepest point. Oh, sorry, deepest point on land.
Yes, sir.
So it is a trench called Mariana, right? Okay, anything else?
No, so
No, sir.
Okay, then let's stop here. Thank you, everyone. Have a
Thank
Thank
very
you,
good
sir.
day.
Have a nice day, sir.